What do you credit most for your longevity?
My work ethic. I started off in soaps. So I started off knowing about 12-hour days, knowing your lines, being a professional, being able to hit your mark, do a hair toss and drop a tear and look beautiful while doing it.
An entertainment powerhouse who's been lighting up big and small screens for decades. She's an actress, a dancer, a producer, a business owner, entrepreneur. You're going to learn so much more about her today. Vivica A. Fox.
Hey girl, hey.
Hey girl, hey. Thank you so much for joining me
You're
today,
so
Vivica.
very welcome.
We have so much to get through because I want people, she has a legion of fans, of course, but I want other people to know who you are and just how much you have brought to this business, and you're still doing it.
I am.
You've been in California for more than 40 years.
Yes.
But you're originally a Midwestern girl.
Yes, I am.
Born
I'm from
in Indiana, right?
Indianapolis, Indiana. Well, I was born in South Bend,
Okay.
but raised in Indianapolis by my mom and, you know, then my dad, who you know from Benton Harbor, Michigan, then later lived there as well, too, before he passed.
So, Vivica, I read where you played sports growing up?
Yes, I played basketball, volleyball, track, and I was a cheerleader, and we won the 1982 city championship for girls basketball. So I'm a sports junkie.
Yes, you are.
Yes.
So given that, what made you go into entertainment? I mean, was that something that you thought about, a passion when you were growing up? Outside of sports, was that also something that you wanted to do?
Well, I'm going to tell you, I went to go see Michael Jackson and Diana Ross in concert in my youth, and I will never not give them their props. They were the two most incredible African-American entertainers I had ever
and Michael born
witnessed
in Indiana, right?
in my life. And Michael is from Gary, Indiana. And so I fell in love with them when I was a senior in high school. And I was like, where do they live at? And I did. And so then I became infatuated with modeling and magazines. And everybody senior in high school was like, you know, they'd call me Angie Fox because nobody pronounced Vivica growing up. They called me Vivica, Vivica. They just, you messed up my name, girl. And so I would always, so people knew me as Angie Fox. And still when I go back home, they still call me Angie Fox.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
But you know, so would you say that Michael and Diana were the ones that inspired
Absolutely.
you?
They were my inspiration. And so one month after I graduated from high school, I saved up my money and moved to California.
What, you just came out to California?
Well, my brother was in the military at the time, Marvin Fox, and he was dating a girl by the name of Diana. And I remember telling him, you know, I want to go to California. And he's like, well, you know, I'm dating this girl right now, but I only stayed with her for 3 weeks, child. Okay, me and her didn't get along too great. And so I met another girl, and I moved with her family for a while. But in the meantime, I went to Golden West College in Orange County because my mama, I made her promise that I would go to school. That was part of the deal.
So, and you followed what your mom and dad
Yeah, and I graduated from Golden West College with an AA in social sciences.
That is wonderful.
Yes.
Now, Vivica, let's go to Soul Train. You danced on Soul Train.
I heard you introduce me as a dancer instead of a director, but that's all right. But I started off as a Soul Train dancer.
Okay, we're going all the way back, and we're going to work our way to what you're doing now.
Okay.
But was that your first time? Because that was televised. Was
Yes,
that the first
absolutely. You know, Soul Train was like the African-American Bandstand.
Exactly.
And so when my friends, who I'm still friends with, hey, all my OC babies out there, my OC family, we're still in touch. 40 years later, Gigi and Lisa would go up to Soul Train on the weekends. And so one time they asked me, did I want to go? And I was like, Soul Train, Soul Train? And they was like, girl, Soul Train, Soul Train. And so what you got paid with back in the day, even though you danced all day, with some Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Oh, what? Are you serious?
Girl, that was what you got for lunch.
I never heard that
And
story.
that was it. They wasn't paying nobody. But it was okay, but you were on TV.
Yeah, and you had the Colonel.
And believe...
Sorry.
But I wore my high school graduation outfit, the gray dress that I was killing with the shoulders, and I got picked to go down the Soul Train line and then to be on the risers,
Not
which
the
you
line.
know. Yes,
Yeah.
girl.
And the risers?
That was a big deal.
So you were highlighted.
Yeah, so I got invited back then, and I did the Soul Train Scramble Board, and then later in life, Don Cornelius and I became good friends.
Wow.
And I hosted the Soul Train Awards, and I received the Lena Horne Award.
Well, that's huge.
It was huge.
Okay. Whew. Now, this is just the beginning, everybody. Tell me about the daytime. Was that your first role, your first acting role?
Yes.
Okay. So you
Yes.
went from Soul Train.
To then April
An
Sutton.
audition?
Yes,
Okay.
I was discovered by a gentleman by the name of Trevor Walton, who worked at Lifetime and who used to tell me, "Stop mentioning my name, Vivica. I got all these girls calling me saying, you done made Vivica A. Fox a star, you can make me a star too." But Trevor discovered me. I was having lunch with my girlfriend on Sunset Boulevard. So kind of have a little bit of a Lana Turner kind of vibe that happened in my career.
Okay.
And he got me an agent, Chris Schmidt, who I worked with for many, many years. And my first acting job was Days of Our Lives, playing April Sutton. And I got that 3 months after I started acting.
That was like, give me 80s, 90s?
Yes, I would say 88.
That is amazing.
Yes, 88.
And the reason, another reason that's so amazing is because full circle moment, you're doing Young and the Restless.
Again.
How about that?
Yes. So Young and the Restless, I just did my 30-year return. Shamar Moore and I, we played Malcolm and Stephanie. And so we just recently came back and set daytime on fire, which I love me some Shamarsky. I call him Shamarsky. He says, "You're the only person that can call me that." And so we reunited, and now I've been working on there. Besides doing movies and everything, you know me, like every day I'm hustling.
You are, every day she's hustling.
Wrote a book about
it. But you know what? Let's go back to Days of Our Lives.
Yes.
That was your first
April Sutton.
acting.
Yes.
What did you learn from being on the set?
Gosh, early hours. And you know from doing the news what those early hours can be like.
Yeah, I've done that
Yes, I remember getting up. I remember my first call time was like 5:30 a.m. And my girlfriend, Lisa Maps, at the time I was still living in Orange County.
Wow.
And she said, "Hey, why don't you come spend the night up here so you don't have to drive so far
they taped
and get a little bit of sleep." So
LA.
we taped it in Burbank.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right,
and
Burbank.
and I
City.
remember getting up, leaving her house, I think it was about 4:30, 5 o'clock, and for that 5:30, 6 a.m. call time.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, but you also learned soap operas are difficult.
Yes,
I think
they
people
are.
think they're easy.
No.
You had to memorize lines, am I right?
Some of soap actors, in my opinion, are some of the hardest working actors because you do 5 shows a week, minimum 20 pages of dialogue.
Wow.
Yeah, but it worked for me so much later in my career because I could absorb a script so quickly because I had that soap training.
All right, there you go. Okay.
Yeah.
All of you young people out here that want to break through, but we're going to get in that too because I know you have advice for them. Let's skip forward to 1996. Whew. That was a major breakthrough.
Independence Day?
Yes,
Yes.
honey.
Now, I was doing Young and the Restless.
Okay.
Okay? And the producer's wife, Bill Fay's wife, saw me on Young and the Restless. This is why don't y'all be talking crazy about people on soap operas, because you never know who's watching.
Absolutely.
So his wife was at the home, at the time at home pregnant, and saw me and asked him, they were having a hard time finding Jasmine for Will because Will's tall and even though I just worked with Will on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, I played the date from hell. Yes, okay, and I went asked my agent because everybody named Mama was auditioning for Independence Day.
That was huge.
And it was huge. It was a $16 million film 20 years ago. And so I remember calling my agent and saying, why didn't I get a chance to audition? I worked well with Will. And her saying to me, honey, you on the soap opera, child. You ain't got a big enough name. And lo and behold, Bill Fay's wife saw me and suggested me. And 6 auditions later, I got the role.
6 auditions?
6. I didn't have any movie credits.
Okay.
So the director, Roland Emmerich, took a chance on me.
So I'm going to ask you later about, is that normal, the 6-time audition?
Or can be.
Once
Well,
they
I don't
know
audition
you,
anymore.
I was going to, there you go. Okay. All right. Well, we loved Independence Day. That certainly set a barometer, really, of a big box office hit.
Yes.
That is still very much alive today. Then you did set it off.
Yes.
Wow.
With Queen Latifah, Jada Pinkett Smith, Kimberly Elise, yes, directed by F. Gary Gray, and that became a classic.
Oh, such a classic.
Yes.
Did you realize at the time when you were filming that, Vivica, just the impact that the role that you played Frankie, the role that would have?
I did not.
Okay.
I'll be very honest with you. It got me my street cred. That was the main reason
Right.
I wanted the role, because everybody at the time only saw me as the pretty girlfriend. And set it off, gave me Frankie. Frankie gonna blow up the bank. Frankie gonna run. Frankie, you know, everybody was like, oh my God, I never knew Vivica could be so ghetto.
But, you know, there was another, even if you go online today, which I know
Yes.
you're so busy, you can see comments from people because
Yes.
Frankie worked at the bank.
Yeah, she was the catalyst of the whole storyline.
She was, you know, a worker.
Yes.
And she felt cross,
Yes,
right?
it opened up the movie
So then
with her being wrongfully fired
Okay.
because they thought I was in collusion. Somebody just did a post the other day and everybody was like, collusion? Because that was a word that when I was breaking down the character, that was very important for me, because they basically were saying that I set up the robbery, that, you know what I mean, that
Yeah, you
because
were the
I knew
kingpin, really.
Darnell.
Right.
Yeah, but that set everything off.
But the fact that people are still talking about today,
Yes.
and that character,
Yeah.
that's really deep.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about how being part of a global blockbuster actually changed, I would say, how Hollywood began to position you
Yes.
as an actress. I'm thinking about Kill Bill.
Yeah, okay. Well, I got Kill Bill because Quentin Tarantino is a huge, you know, he loves watching movies. And he said back in the day, when you could still go and get, you know, DVDs and VHSs, that he ran across my billboard from Two Can Play That Game. And he was having a hard time finding Vernita Green. And he said he saw my billboard for the release of Two Can Play That Game with Morris and I, and was like, oh, Vivica Fox.
Wow.
I bet you she would be a great Vernita Green. And so, and I was another thing I called my agent about, because I heard it was gonna be big, you know, with 4 girls. And I was like, why ain't I getting an opportunity?
With the Kill Bill?
Yeah, with Kill
Okay.
Bill. And so they gave me a call about a week or so later saying, Quentin Tarantino called looking for you today. And so they said, you're gonna have a meeting with him. And we did. And then the funny part about that story, and I'll make it really quick,
Okay.
was that Quentin wanted to meet with you. And at the time, I was kind of on a roll, and I had this beautiful house in Mulholland Park.
Yes, you did.
I did. I did. You remember? And he said, "Can I come to your house?" Because at the time, a lot of the actors were strung out, and he knew the journey that he was going to take us on, and he wanted to make sure that I could handle it. That I wasn't strung out. That I was.
Oh.
So I told him, I said, "Look here. You better not hold my house against me." So he was like, "Well, what do you mean by that?" And I was like, "Just promise me you won't hold my house against me," because I had the double staircase and
Yes.
the view and
the great Christmas lights. The great decorations at Christmas.
So
Beautiful.
he came, and when I opened up the door, he was like, "You live here?" I was like, "You promised, you promised." And he was like, "I want a tour, first of all." 'Cause it was like 8,000 square feet. Yeah.
And you know what? I guess for Quentin Tarantino, at that particular time, he wasn't, I shouldn't say wasn't, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I mean, he was definitely, I mean, he had a beautiful home in the Hollywood Hills, but this house was very grand. You know, I was living in my grandeur, honey. I was bougie,
Yes,
child.
I remember.
Okay, but I earned that. I earned it that.
Well, that's what we're talking about. And I love when you mentioned Two Can Play That Game. And just for edification, when she said Morris, she's talking about Morris Chestnut.
Yes, Mr. Chocolate himself.
Oh, my goodness.
I know, it was gorgeous stuff. I love Morris.
But
I
that
do.
was a huge movie.
It was. And I am grateful to Clint Culpepper, because Clint Culpepper, he would not do the movie without me. I turned it down 3 times.
Why did you turn it down?
The script was awful.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, the script was awful. It really was. I didn't care for Shantae, and he finally asked me, "What's the problem? Why do you keep turning me down? It was the first time it would be my film." I was always number 2 or 3 on the call sheet. So he said, "This is going to be your movie." And I was like, "Well, the script is just not good." And so he said, "Okay, you come into my office, you're going to meet with the director, who was the writer, and tell him what doesn't work for you." And I said, "We have to make this a battle of the sexes. Morris' character, Keith, has to lose his, we both got to get our face cracked. You got to go on the journey of the battle of the sexes." And it worked. But I'm
certainly did.
grateful to Clint Culpepper that he
listened to you.
He listened to me.
Now, is that even today, Vivica? Do you go over scripts
Yes.
and say, "Yeah, I like this," or "I don't"?
Yes.
I don't want to be involved in the project.
Absolutely. Well, I'm very blessed that Lifetime turned me into a filmmaker.
Right.
I've now become the queen of Lifetime, and I have a whole franchise called The Wrong Franchise. We've done over 30-something films, and then every year we do a couple of Christmas films, and I'm executive producer.
Okay, so you can make the shots anyway.
Well, I'm nice. I'm not one that, you know, they know my style as of now. And I'm usually always the hero because I got to deliver that long, honey, you met the wrong such and such.
And nobody can do it like you.
It is. So it's a formula to it. But, you know, I'm grateful to my ladies that Lifetime knows that, especially African-American women, they're our foundation. They are our fan base, and they love watching Vivica. So they binge watch my films.
Do they love watching Vivica? I mean, that's got to be another reason why you've seen Vivica, of course, on the Car Shield commercials.
Who I love them too. So trip this.
The first one you would say, "Hello, darlings."
I do, and they let me
like
incorporate that too.
Yes, they did.
Yes, and you know when I first started saying darlings, because I say it on my Instagram post, good morning, darlings. Happy Sunday. I just darlings, and people was like, why are you calling people darlings? Because I always want a term of endearment because everybody calls me Auntie Vivica.
Yes.
So, you know, it's just a connection and putting good energy out there. And so Car Shield recognized that, and they wrote it into all the scripts.
Don't think I didn't notice it. I did notice it. I love that.
Thank you.
No, Vivica, you have balanced a variety of projects: TV, film, comedy, and drama.
Yes.
Scripted, unscripted. Has that versatility always been intentional for you?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I believe that versatility has equaled the key to my longevity. Being an attractive woman, and especially an attractive, not to toot my own horn, but beep, beep, attractive woman in Hollywood, they like to put you in a box, and you only play a certain type of role. So I always tell, you know, young actresses when they come to me and say, Vivica, how do you work so much? I said, have versatility, sweetheart. Be able to be a triple threat, sing, act, dance, because you see nowadays, a little bit of everything. You don't have to do just one thing.
Yeah.
So that way your career will last a long time and you don't have to just do one genre.
All right, that's very, very good advice.
Yes.
Now, how do you choose projects today versus when you first started out?
Well, gosh, when I first started out, to be honest with you, it was offer after offer after offer. So yeah, I was very blessed. My first 5 films were, you know, Independence Day, Set It Off, Soul Food, Booty Call, Two Can Play That Game, and they were all coming in. I know we forgot about Booty Call.
No. That was good.
Yes, but I got to work with Jamie Foxx and
Yes.
Tommy Davidson and Tamala Jones.
Yes.
So, you know, and then I got to do comedy that people could see I could be funny because, you know, for some odd reason, they don't think that beautiful women can be funny. And I laugh at life all the time.
You know,
Me
well,
and you be cracking up. And
yes.
we're two beautiful sisters, okay?
And we do laugh.
Yes, we do.
And I enjoy that about you, Vivica. I will say this too, since it's on our station, funny you should ask.
Yes,
You should
absolutely,
see
with
Vivica.
Byron, yes.
And we're going to get to Byron in a minute. Mr. Allen, would you please come on and talk to me? Okay.
See there, Byron, I'm hooking you up, okay?
Please come on and talk to me.
He's Mr. Busy Bee himself.
Well, I know he is.
Yes.
But you follow, well, our newscast. Now that Colbert is no longer on the air, when we're done at 11:30, actually it's Comics
Funny
Unleashed.
You Should Ask comes on late at
It's
night now?
Comics Unleashed, and then
Funny You Should Ask?
So you have a double
Wow.
run. You didn't know that?
I didn't.
Breaking news.
I thought it was just the Comics Unleashed.
No. You
Wow.
follow. What you know?
I'm
Maybe
on
they
late
should-
night
maybe-
now.
Maybe they should run Funny You Should Ask first.
Oh, well, I'm going to stay right here with that comment. I'm going to mind my business with that.
Okay, maybe I should take that back too. Don't want to upset you, Mr. Allen, but just the fact you're on there, and it's such a funny show. Not only
It
that,
is.
but you're there with a lot of your friends.
Yes, I am.
People that you know that we know that we've watched over the years.
Yeah.
And it's really it's very good.
Well, you know, I did Mr. Box Office, which was a sitcom.
That's right.
With Byron. That's how we first started working together. And then when that got canceled, then he started calling me over for Funny You Should Ask.
Well, that's a great show.
Yes, it is. People love it.
Yes, and
I just
I'm
didn't know I
telling
was
you.
on late
Yes,
night.
you are.
So that's awesome.
Yeah, set your DVR if you're not up. It's I would say like 12:30.
Oh, wow. So, girl, I'm asleep.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Set your DVR. So as we mentioned, you're also a producer.
Yes.
And I want to ask this question. Most actors, actresses, I'm sure that's what they would like to do. Not everyone gets a chance.
Yes, it doesn't happen.
So what motivated you to expand your work beyond being in front of the camera?
Well, I am really blessed that I have an excellent team, and this is another thing that I pass on for advice for other young actresses. You've got to know what your brand brings. And I was taught that by my business partner, Lita Richardson, who's also my lawyer. I think you know Lita. Yes, Lita Beta, okay? And I was starting to greenlight film after film after film back in the day, and she said, now next time, we getting a producer credit and check.
Okay.
And so when she said that, I will never forget. I was like, Lita, you giving me more work? I was working so much. She said, no, I'm not, Vivica. You need to start getting the credit for producing these projects and how heavily you are involved with writing, casting, bringing clothes, wardrobe. You're involved. That's a producer, sweetheart.
Now, why is that so important? Because a producer sets you up for...
To then become a director.
Okay.
Yes, and to get another check.
There you go. Don't you love the way she puts that? You're so honest, Vivica.
Well, hey, yes. Why not?
I hear you.
You should capitalize off of everything that your brand is bringing to a project.
I almost want to say that you could do news if you really wanted to. And the reason I say that is because you co-starred and produced a series called Missing.
Yes.
For several years. It received an NAACP Image Award for it. And this really had something to do with crime, right?
Yes, it did. I played a detective.
Yeah.
Yes, and I loved it too.
Really?
I would love to do another movie or another series. Being a detective, I loved, I worked with Katerina Scorzoni, who is now on Grey's Anatomy.
Yes.
She was the psychic on the show. And girl, I loved it because I got it because of Kill Bill. So they knew I could be very physical, do the stunts. And I really enjoyed solving crime. Mark Consuelos from Kelly and Mark.
Kelly
he was one of our partners as well.
Kelly and Mark.
Kelly and Mark.
Yeah.
And I had a great cast, Justin. And we filmed up in Toronto. I really enjoyed it. I really did. So if another detective show comes about, hire your girl Vivica. I can do it. I'm a problem solver and can kick your butt and carry a.
All at the same time.
Can't do that.
Did you practice? Have you been on the range to do that?
Yes, I mean,
Bill,
they made us go to FBI class and study and stuff off of Wilshire. I'll never forget going to there so that we could learn how to hold a gun, what it was like being an actual detective, how they solved. So we did our solve crimes, like we did our homework.
You did everything.
Well,
or you're still doing everything. I love that, but that's also a lesson for younger people.
Yes.
And that's a question I have coming up, but I want to ask you about this because you've talked about it. You can just find your interviews on the internet. You talk about the struggles that women face in Hollywood.
Yes.
And you rejecting some of those double standards about aging in beauty.
Yes.
So how do you navigate those challenges besides being so, I was going to say empowered in yourself, but how does that come about? Well,
because I've seen a lot of people come and go in our business, so I am definitely one that studies what's working and what's not working. What's working right now is girl power, and female empowerment is finally being accepted in Hollywood. We have studios, we're producers, we're directors, we're writers. So the stories that you are seeing are being embraced more than ever. Back in the day, you were either the girlfriend or the principal or the mama. The roles were very limited. But now with us having wonderful women like Shonda Rhimes, Debbie Allen, Regina King, Tasha Smith as producers, directors, Shonda with her own studio. Oh my God, my girl Sally Richardson with The Gilded Age. I'm so proud of Sally Richardson that you're now seeing us more in power positions. So they can't tell us that things aren't working, because there used to be a time where they would also tell us that African Americans don't sell.
True.
And that used to bug the living daylights out of me. But instead of me complaining about it and not empowering myself and waiting on my turn, because everything gets a turn.
Ah, okay.
Everything gets a turn. Like, you would have never thought that reality would have taken over the way that it did. So when that happened, I figured out, how do I fit in there, or what position do I take? And for me, it was then I started going to Lifetime and making films. So I always tell my actors, pay attention to what's going on. You know, the business is always evolving and changing. So you got to change with it. Don't hate, congratulate, and grow.
You have had one of the most sustaining careers in Hollywood. I tell people that all the time when your name comes up.
Yes.
What do you credit most for your longevity?
My work ethic.
Okay.
My work ethic. I started off in soaps. So I started off knowing about 12-hour days, knowing your lines, being a professional, being able to hit your mark, do a hair toss and drop a tear and look beautiful while doing it.
So, and really, you can do it all.
I try.
That's the longevity.
But I do love what I do.
Okay.
I do love that I'm so blessed to do what I love to do. So many people in life, you know, don't get an opportunity like I'm having, so I don't take it for granted.
No, I know you don't do that.
No.
But I just like the fact that you're able to say why you've been around for so long, why you've lasted, and you're still doing amazing things. I do want to have a quote from you before we go on to your current projects.
Okay.
I read where you said, there's a difference in being famous and having a career
Absolutely.
in today's Hollywood.
I say because everything now, everybody wants to swipe and TikTok, that's not a career. I say, and to those that are doing well with TikTok and stuff like that, God bless you, and make them coins. But I tell my young actors to build a career. Don't have a moment.
Don't have a moment.
Don't have a moment. Build a career, because a career, no one can take that away from you in case things change, like we know that they do constantly.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
So versatility too.
Yes, and have versatility.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you've certainly done it all. So we're going to fast forward now, and we're going to talk about your most recent film, Is God Is. It earned 97% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I know, which was incredible.
That's right. That's not easy to do.
Yeah.
Vivica stars alongside Cara Young, Janelle Monáe, Sterling K. Brown.
Erica Alexander.
Oh my
Erica
gosh.
was so good, wasn't she?
Yes.
Everyone was, to be honest with you.
Brought back memories
Yes.
from, of course, when she was starring with Kim Fields and
Living Single.
Latifah.
Yeah.
Living Single.
Which
That
I
was
did a
just
guest
so
appearance
wonderful.
on that show, too.
Yes, you've been everywhere. But, you know, I want you to tell us about this film, because it is very unusual.
Yeah, Is God Is was based off of an off-Broadway screenplay by Alicia Harris. It was a play. Tessa Thompson, who was one of our producers, saw it and fell in love with it and was like, I want to make this into a film. She let Alicia Harris adapt the play into a screenplay. And MGM bought it, and we filmed it in New Orleans. And I'm going to tell you, so I play Ruby, AKA God, who is a survivor of domestic violence. My Mista, played by the amazing Sterling K. Brown, burnt me, set me on fire.
Yeah.
In front of my daughters, and they were burnt as well too. And so my dying wish, because the girls thought I was dead because I didn't want them to see me because I was severely burned. My dying wish was for them to revenge, make your daddy dead, real dead. Burn everything in him, his spirit, his soul, get him.
But you know what? The makeup that you have, and I heard you say that it took hours?
4.
4 hours?
4 hours, yeah. And then I had to go to this amazing lab here in Burbank. It was a digital lab because back in the day they used to cover you with a cast, and oh my God, it was like, felt like being buried alive. Nowadays things are so advanced that I sat in a chair, and these 30-something cameras went around me and basically photographed every part of my body.
Wow.
Then I came back a couple of weeks later, and they had built the prosthetics to then apply, which were incredible. And the main reason why I wanted to do it was because Alicia Harris was a fan of the Kill Bill franchise. And she said, you were my first and only choice to play God. So when someone tells you that, how could I turn her down? And I wanted to support her because I've been making my directorial debut, and the fact that she was able to assemble the cast that she did let you know that everyone believed in the project. The writing was incredible. She was so, Alicia Harris, our young director, was so focused, and she knew exactly what she wanted and achieved it. And we got tons of amazing reviews, and like you said, 97% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah,
which
that doesn't come along very
Which does
often.
not come along very often, especially for African-American films, because sometimes they just don't get us.
Well, that's very true.
Yes.
So it's still in theaters.
Well, no, now we're out on Prime Video.
Nope, Prime Video.
Yes.
You're going to have a huge audience, I'm sure,
Yeah.
that will view that
I
on
hope
Prime
so.
Video. Oh, I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now that's your recent project. I should say from maybe a few weeks ago, because you're always involved in something. And as if you didn't have enough to do, you're venturing into something that I love. That, I mean, you could do that, because if you follow Vivica on Instagram, she's going to show you an outfit every day anyway.
Facts.
But now you are actually,
I'm headed
you
to
have your own line.
Yeah, I'm
Tell
actually
me about it.
on Tuesday headed to Pennsylvania for my HSN Vivica A Fox collection. We're releasing our June collection. I've been working now with HSN for a year, and I love it. I love fashion. I love clothes.
And that is one of your pieces?
And right now I'm rocking our new June collection, our vest look with hardware. Comes in 4 amazing colors: green, brown, blue, and we have other fantastic clothes. And what I love about HSN is that it's for women. You know, I have a lot of people that are like, oh, I wouldn't wear that because I ain't designing no wrestling outfits. I'm designing clothes for women that actually want to wear clothes.
Well, we women of the world, we thank you for that.
You're welcome. Absolutely.
So that's a lot on your plate, but I just want to ask you, is there another project, a film project?
Yes,
TV
there are. Yeah, I have 2 wrong films coming out on Lifetime and a Christmas film for
my
Lifetime
goodness.
as well too. And we're going back to the drawing board for new Car Shield commercials. So I'm blessed. I'm booked, busy, and blessed, and I'm grateful. I am so grateful because, you know, the business has changed so much. There's a lot of actors that aren't working, especially work here in Los Angeles. It's moved abroad and to other states.
What do you feel about that?
Well, it's sad, but you know, productions need to get done, so you can't, you know, get mad at them. You just find out, hey, where y'all at? Y'all in Atlanta? Oh, y'all in Canada? Where y'all at? Let me know. I'm on my way.
All right, so Vivica Fox is
And
here
then I'm
to
also
stay.
seen on still Young and the Restless. I'm still doing.
You are still acting on
Dr.
Young and the
Stephanie
Restless,
Simmons.
right?
Yes.
And we can still see you on Funny You Should Ask.
Yes.
Which shows another different. I love it. But even through our interview today, you've seen some of her comedic responses. Very, very, very quick.
I try to be quick with it.
No, you are. So, is there something that you can say, Vivica, you want to accomplish before you decide? Well, okay.
Well,
Maybe.
gosh,
I'm done
okay,
now.
that's a
Have you thought
that's
about
a
that?
loaded question.
Okay,
Probably
sorry.
finding a nice partner
Aw.
to share this with.
All right, that's an honest.
That's coming. I mean,
That's an honest
I've been very
answer.
blessed. I don't have children, but I have 6 godchildren who fulfill me. So, and everyone's always concerned about my damn dating life. So they are. Who you dating, Vivica? What's going on? Any lucky man? Any dates?
Well, you know what? You have millions of people that call you auntie.
They do.
Auntie Vivica.
They do. Yeah, but you know, it's time for me to show up and have a partner.
All right, now
Yeah, a nice gentleman.
You heard it, okay?
Yes.
Well, Vivica, can we play a nice little round of rapid questions?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Okay. So the first,
Okay.
comedy or drama?
Both, because I can do.
Okay. Acting or producing?
Oh God, you're making these so tough. Because I love doing both.
Okay, you could say both.
Okay, both.
Okay. Now, what's something you always need in your trailer?
Sparkling water.
Okay. One role you believe deserves a reboot?
2 can play that game.
Oh,
With
okay.
Morris, I want to work with Morris again.
I love that.
Yeah.
You answered that question. Dream co-star you want to work with again?
Oh, yeah.
Well, dream co-star that you haven't worked with?
Angela Bassett.
Okay. Your message to someone stepping onto a Hollywood set for the first time?
Know your lines.
That was quick.
Yes.
Okay. Girl, thank you.
You're welcome, girlfriend. You're welcome, girlfriend. I'm so glad we could do this.